Welcome. My name is Ron. This is my life now. I I've been playing with the frogs. Lots of frogs. So many frogs. Um, this is a Let's Play survival series on a PlayStation 5. Um, I'm 5 or 6 months into this. I just recently realized that I've been trying to do like big projects and deadlines and I was setting up all these things for no apparent reason. Just in my head, I was like, well, that's what other people do, or that's, and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to do what other people do. But then you get into these rhythms or these habits. So, release a video on this day. Does it really matter? None of it matters. None of it really matters. So I've just been doing a couple different things. I've been working on a modded world, playing, just having fun, building that one up as a side project. It's sort of, I get, it's not burned out, but I get to a point where I want to take a break, but not break from Minecraft, but just break from the Forever World, and then I'll play the modded for a while, and then I'll be like, oh, I've done some progress. Let's go back to the Forever World, and I'll come in with these fresh ideas or these fresh thoughts or whatever. And so that's where I'm at. So I'm gonna release a video probably once a week. If something comes up, I may not. I may release two. Who knows? It depends on how I'm feeling. I don't need to finish a project to release a video. Like I said, I don't think any of it really matters. And there's no reason to put any kind of like artificial pressure on myself because I don't. I consider myself a hobbyist. I don't want to turn this into a career. I'm just having fun. I'm having fun playing Minecraft. Right now, I'm having fun with frogs. So uh, it was one of those things I never got into. I never built a breeded frogs, built a frog farm or anything like that, or frog lights. But I watched a video sometime last week, I think, and some guy just made made a like impromptu frog farm and got some frog lights. So I'm like, oh wait, I that's something I've never done, and I love to do these kind of things what I've never done before. So that's what I did, and so this is my swamp biome area base. It's not a base. It's gonna be a village. Um, and there's like a temple-like pyramid here in the middle. It's not done. It's not done. None of this is done. But I wanted to check in and and just point out I am still alive. I am still making videos. So here we go. We're gonna take these frogs on a little journey. Um, you need a basalt delta typically for frogs to eat magma cream parts from magma cubes. So, uh, and I've done that. I've done that so much. So let's see if we can get these guys through the portal and go from here. I mean, why do I need this many frogs? I don't, but I can. So that's where we're at, and this menagerie of frogs. All right, there are some frogs on the roof. Come on, guys. Where we're going? Yeah, exactly. All right, you're all here. You guys broke your leads. Oh, you're on the roof again. All right. How do I get you guys to not? I guess just figure it out. Um, this is like my last batch of frogs, so this is why I'm doing this now. So, guys, oh, you're just going to infest my village. Well, it's easier this way actually, because there's a a better entrance this way. Yeah, he's probably not coming with us, but got most of you. It might be worse than herding cats, actually, in some respects. Let's just check some settings. We're on hard mode. So I died to a creeper through a portal. I don't think I've never been jump scared like that before that I could think of. So that was new. And I mean I had full gear and everything, but yeah, I didn't. It was. If I was hardcore, that would have been a very sad. I was at one of these frog spawning farms, and you guys just going back through the portals? Stop it! Just stop it. Let's see here. So, who's ready to go to the Fun Nether farm? Alright, we're missing one. Okay, come on, let's go. This is my life now. Thought somebody's lead just broke, but... Alright, we're gonna find a fence post. And, see, this is kind of like behind the scenes, kind of what Ron does when he's playing this ridiculous game. Hi guys, don't kill my frogs. Oh, I think we went the wrong way, actually. Yeah, we did. Come on, guys. You're missing all the fun. Come on. You guys can come on. You can go with us. Alright. I feel like we've got a lot less frogs than we had just a second ago, but well, there's one. It's kind of like my baby mushroom cows. They just kind of... At least I can hear that when they break now. I see what's happening. They're just getting stuck in little holes or pockets. And going through teleporters and such too. Alright, we're going this way. Through my nether tunnels. There's a whole patch of those guys back there somewhere, I'm sure. So I had to find a basalt delta, and it wasn't the simplest thing to find, but I did. And we're at lava level going to the basalt delta, so we just follow the frog lights now. All the frog lights. I'm gonna have a lifetime supply of frog lights. I don't know how I mean, yeah, people make automatic frog farms and frog light farms. I understand. It's some cool mechanics or whatever, but I think I've already made enough frog lights to light up my world, or never to bother to farm them anymore, at least. It's again, it's my nether. My nether isn't pretty. I haven't done a lot of decorating or detail work out here yet. Um, I might, I might not. I usually have some other project on my mind before I'd go back and do something like that. There's just gonna be random frogs everywhere in my world now. I feel like we're down quite a few. So I've half slabbed this area. This is sort of the entrance to the frog farm area. Um, Trying to half slab everything to stop mobs from spawning, except where I want them to spawn. But there's also flying gas that are jerks, and they I had to put a roof on a lot of this just so they wouldn't cause trouble. All right, so here's our forever home, guys, and I was gonna do some more detailing work or whatever, but all right. So now we just they're free range. They can go wherever they want, and they have some buddies in here already. Let's see here. Let's put down some shulkers. I've got more arrows in here. The magma cubes do not care about the frogs, so they won't mess with them, and which is good because they definitely mess with them. That's for sure. Let's clear out some of this inventory. All right. And so yeah, we've just got random magma cubes in here, and oh, I need arrows. I also have to not shoot my own frogs. That's also part of the plan. So the giant magma cubes, they need a certain amount of space to move around and everything and spawn. And oh, here they are. And then you break them down into the smaller magma cubes, and then break them down again, and the frogs they just eat them. They just eat them. It's kind of adorable. So, and there's kind of a spawn time timer between when they'll eat a magma cube and they'll eat another, but they just do quick work of them. And if they spawn any of the little ones, they get eaten up immediately. A lot of people use automatic farms and snow or spawners or anything, but yeah, I like to figure out on my own. I do follow tutorials when I have to or when I think it's beyond my skill level, but half the fun sometimes is just figuring out what I want to do. How do I want to solve the problem or the solution. I mean, there are better ways probably, but this is kind of the way I came up with. And this place is big enough, so you see there's already some more magma cubes spawning here. Like I said, a lot of the stuff in the background is half slabs, so they cannot spawn outside this area, which is really handy. And I don't have to worry about, you know, gas flying down and shooting fireballs at me or the frogs. Frogs are free range, they can pretty much go where they want. Try not to shoot the frogs with the arrows. I mean, you get a little bit of XP, but I'm not doing it for that. I'm mostly doing this because I've never done this before, and it's kind of cool. So there's 3 kinds of lights. The brown frogs or tan frogs do the ochre one. The white ones, I believe, do the pearlescent moon, and then the verdant ones are done by the green ones, I believe. I've got so many of all the different lights now. It doesn't actually really concern me if I don't have enough. I'm sure I'll run out of things. I still build projects and run out. The temple village thing I built earlier, we used a lot of tuft, bricks, stone, and I did run out. So it is possible. So it's all on spawn mechanics, and I'll run down this tunnel sometimes just to clear the mob cap in the area if there's anything outside the area. And I get down here to the end of this tunnel, and I just go back, and by that time usually the magma cubes spawn back in. I'm sure there's an easier way to do a lot of this, but this is my method, and I'm happy with the results. So. And they are all name tagged, and they just kind of spawn in here, stay in here as the magma cubes spawn, and definitely good use of arrows now. I don't think that big ones can get through these 2 wide. I think they need a 3 wide area, so that's why those columns are there. And those columns are actually stone fences. And it's got kind of a nice look to it, actually. I'm probably going to use that kind of. I've been using a lot of stone fences in various parts of my builds before, but just as like support columns is yeah. We're just, get a little XP, get a lot of frog lights. A lot of frog lights. So many frog lights. You would call this free range frog farm lighting. Something to that effect. Cage free. Well, kind of cage free. Actually, if you stay in this room and go around the corners and stuff, sometimes they'll start spawning right behind you or whatever. So it is almost sometimes never-ending frog lights, magma cubes, magma creams. All right. Okay. So that was 100 frog lights in just a few minutes, maybe longer than a few minutes, and which is plenty. So I've got tadpoles in buckets here, and frog lights for days. What I don't seem to have right now is a lot of emeralds or golden carrots. So it's like one of these things that is like I have an abundance of some things, and then I look back and like, oh, I could really need to get back into villager trading and do things like that. So yeah, so like I said, I spawn proofed a lot of the nearby areas and stuff. There's multiple ways to walk around here, but this was kind of a death trap before I did this, so I really don't like dying in lava. So that's all spawn proofed over there, and that's spawn proofed up there. So it's half slabs, um, and I might come back and detail it and get a little better design. But again, it's a farm. It doesn't have to look beautiful. It's kind of set away in its own little area. But yeah, I wanted to figure out this whole frog light thing because again, it's not something I'd done before. I earned one of the PlayStation trophies for something to do with the frogs and frog lights, so that was kind of cool. I've platinumed the game before on the PS4, PS5. At some point, I've only platinumed a few games, which basically means 100% of the trophies or achievements um, being done. Striders are the new baby Strider looks kind of strange, but I can't tell sometimes because I am running the actions and stuff add-on animation pack, and that changes some things too. But I had another idea of just like slabbing over the entire lava pool around here too, but that's not that's not a goal for this moment or anything like that. I'm not wearing gold, so those guys are a little grumpy with me. Um, they're also probably grumpy because I've imprisoned a bunch of their friends. So yeah, I'll just get into this chest. That'll really piss them off or make them grumpy. So I've added a few more guys here to my piglin trading bartering setup. So I give them gold, they look at it for a bit, and then they trade for an item, and then the item falls down into the hopper, and then from the hopper it goes right into the chest below. I'm still not getting a lot of happy ghasts, but I've also been fighting a lot of real ghasts, so it won't matter too much. But it's a good way to get leather and yeah, a ton of stuff basically. Again, this isn't an overpowered farm. It just meets my needs. I'm playing by myself. I don't need to. I'm not. I'm not supplying stuff to other players or on a server or anything. So for my needs, it's just fine. Um, I do get a lot of splash. I get a lot of fire resistance potions, and I generally should probably think about carrying more of them around with me, but I do tend to forget about those. Um, oh, there's another dried ghast. So they do show up every once in a while. But yeah, so that's what I do with my gold now. And then we'll go back to home, and I have one other project to show. But let's go back to the storage room chest monster and see what we can drop off here. Yeah, that's the thing in the middle of when you're in the middle of a project and you're building stuff, it's very easy to just get overwhelmed with the inventory system in this game because there is so much stuff, and I am in late game anyway, so that's a thing. Um, so it's almost like you have to set aside some time to auto sort. Well, you don't have auto sort, so you have to set time aside for stuff like that. All right, so there is the frog lights we had, and up here we have a chest of the frog lights we already have. As you can see, frog lights for days. Frog lights for days. I started out with the ochre ones in the regular biomes or whatever, and wanted to try to get the other colors, and I did some research, and you have to hatch the frogs in either a hot biome or a cold biome, and so I was able to do that, um, and go from there. All right, that's all nice and organized. Got all these extra rockets on me. I still haven't built a path out to the swamp. I plan to at some point. It's a place I either fly through to over to or go through the Nether. And the tiny takeover guys are still being as cute and adorable as ever. They get out sometimes, or I'm not sure how many I actually have. So I'll find some, and they'll be in like weird places or whatever. So it's kind of a thing. But they generally hang out in here. They like it. There's Goose and Wellington, Rabbit. They're all tagged and named. There's Steak Bomb. That looks like an Enderman hole. So yeah. So last thing is XP potion thing I've been working on. Let's see. So I'm back to making potions, which is always interesting. So grab some ingredients. And we'll see if I can do this from memory. That would be funny if I can. All right, so we need to make an awkward potion, and blaze powder goes there, and then the netherwort goes there, and then we need bottles. We need empty bottles. Empty bottles. Where are some empty bottles? There's only a few potions that I actually make. Oh, those need water in them. So, like that. This should brew up an awkward potion. Then we add the secret ingredient, which should be right there. And we'll just see that these come out the right way. Alright, awkward potion. Alright, then as ridiculous as this is, you just put stone in this for this potion. I've been thinking about, you know, what kind of videos I want to put out and everything. Sometimes I have a lot of things on my mind and I want to talk about them, but then sometimes I just want to show off what I'm doing. So I might alternate multiple times a week even, just for my own, get everything out of my system that I want to. Because there's been a lot of talk about, well, I've been constantly trying to fight with the algorithm to get the right kind of, or the videos I want to see, which are like long let's plays where people are talking. They're not overhyped or overcut. They're not enhanced with AI. People aren't reading a script, things like that. I understand some people need or want to do that, which is fine, but That's not really the content I'm looking for. So I'm I'm slowly building up a list of subscribers to follow who also do things like that. They go on a slower pace. They have a true love of Minecraft. They're basically just hobbyists like me. They're not going for that 500 subscriber base or 1,000 views per video or anything like that. And but anyway, I've had a lot of thoughts on that, and maybe I'll talk about that again sometime. All right, so now we got Potion of Infestation. So probably you know where I'm going with this if you know anything about these potions. And then we need to add gunpowder, I believe, to make them into the potions I need. Um, we'll see here. Let's see, we'll switch to our elytra. Put some tools down here on the toolbar. I've always had a problem with just I love using mending. I love making tools. I love just doing things. But you're in the middle of a project and things break or almost break, and you're like, oh, it's time to stop and fix that or repair that or go back to the mob farm for things like that. And as I do watch a lot of videos, occasionally I see something and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Maybe I can do something like that. So, hey, buddy, what are you doing? There's actually no way in Bedrock to see the light levels very easily. So we got some new friends here in the barn, and they're over here. They're the armadillos. Um, they're just kind of doing their own thing, getting some scoots to make some dog armor or something at some point maybe. But they have some friends, and their friends are in this farm over here. And this farm is insane. You can kind of hear they're kind of hanging out inside there. There's a it's a farm by this guy I watched. Let's see what his name is. It was like Blazed MC or something like that, and I'm sure it's maybe not his original farm, but anyway, there's some armadillos in there. They're taking damage, but they're next to my zombie horse, and that causes them to curl up into a ball, so they don't actually take damage. And there is a small thing you do here where you use the potion of infestation to create silverfish. The silverfish are going to go into this water. In this water is a poison-tipped harm arrow, and then that's how the magic happens. So it becomes a silverfish XP farm. And when I mean XP farm, I mean XP farm. It's insane. I can repair all my tools, which I've been doing anyway, so they're not that damaged actually. Everything's being repaired. You can see the infestation potion attaches to the armadillos. They're fine. They're not doing anything. They're not getting harmed. They're just doing their thing. And then the silverfish fall into the water, and the water is the arrow. The arrow finishes them off, and they drop XP. And by XP, I mean a lot of XP. This kind of XP would take me. It would take me 15, 20, 25 minutes, maybe even longer. This is just insane. It's almost what you would say is broken. It's so insane. But yeah, I have the ability to just get as much XP as I really want. I just have to make a potion now and repair my tools. So it really frees me up into on what I can or can't do in this world, because I have tools for days, I have XP for days, I have frog legs for days, which is great, which is really good. And this lasts about 3 minutes or so, I think. And you don't even have to do a second batch or whatever. I mean, if you want 100 levels or 900 levels or whatever, you could be ridiculous or flex with it or something. But all right, and we're done. So we'll just leave this other potion and that other potion here. We'll go back to brewing station and leave those other water bottles. And I think that's it, but I did just think of one more thing. Oh, I thought of two more things, actually. All right, so let's just leave a bunch of this junk here. Yeah, two things. I totally forgot. I think it was between episodes. I did a little short, but I got the mace, and I finally actually put it together. So I also, oh, it's just funny I'd say that. I also got some tridents repaired too with this XP farm. So you can fly with trident, which is ridiculous, but I'm not very good at it yet. So yeah, so I've got a mace, I've got some fun tridents, and we're going back to the XP farm because the mob farm that I made a couple episodes ago. So I haven't changed anything in it or anything, but I put the iron golems to work, and I was getting really frustrated with like there's a lot of drops in here I don't want or don't need, and I never thought to. Well, yeah, it doesn't have looting, so. Um, I have a bed here, don't I? Did it blow up? Things blow up around here sometimes. So anyway, these guys are just doing their thing. They need to be waxed though. So they have their copper golem chest right here, and they take the stuff. And so there's a few things I like or need, and so they put them in the chest. So like iron, carrots, redstone dust. That one's just for gunpowder. That one's just rotten flesh, bones, and then this one's empty. And so when they have something like this bow or something, they're gonna try all these chests. They're gonna try, and they're gonna try, and then they get to this last chest, and they put it in there, which is where I want it to go. But it's on a hopper, and what it is this circuit, which I don't understand at all because I don't know redstone, but I understand that it works, and what it does is the junk goes here. That's what I consider junk. It just gets thrown down here. It gets spit out. It just gets spit out, and then it just despawns. And then my inventory space up here is just stuff I want, and it's just a very simple redstone device. I just found a tutorial, and I went with it, and it just did the job. So I don't quite understand how it all works. Someday I'd love to actually be able to do that, understand how that kind of redstone works. But yeah, so this would take me forever to get 49 levels, to just do this, wait, rinse, repeat kind of thing. So, but now with the infestation XP farm, potion farm. It just works. It just works. Let's see if I can do this riptide thing again without hurting me or my ghast. So it's this? No. Where did I? All right, I'm having a brain moment now. Oh, because I'm not in water. Now I'm in water because I'm flying. So a rocket-free kind of flight path here. I mean, I know it's raining and it's dark. It's just great for the YouTube. Whoa, I'm going really fast. That's really fast. And we'll be back here to the frog area. So yeah, so the next part of this project is to finish off this this building, temple kind of thing, and then oh god, all the frogs I left behind. I guess I know what I'm doing. Guess I know what I'm doing. Frogs forever. Yeah, so this is based off roughly, very roughly, what's it called? I think it's called Angkor Nak. It's the Cambodian Khmer structures from 800 AD, 500 AD or whatever. And I'm gonna try to put up some village housing nearby or whatever. I think I have it kind of planned out. I'm gonna do like canals, and this is gonna be like some kind of like frog arena kind of area over here. And oh yeah, this is right. These gray areas are the gravel is where the houses are gonna go. It's not gonna be a huge village, but it's gonna have like a center area here, and there's gonna be fields, and I'm gonna bring in some trees and mud and do all that kind of, which is stuff I'd usually do off camera, and I wouldn't show you like mid-project or whatever, but it doesn't matter. I'm having fun, and I got sidetracked a little with the frogs and with my my modded game too. So again, the frogs, 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 frogs. My name's Ron. This has been a little exploration of my forever world, and if you made it this far, thank you. I don't usually say like and subscribe because I think it's kind of ridiculous, but I think it actually does work on some people, because I will watch a video, and if they don't say like the video at the end, sometimes I will forget to do that. But I'm trying to get better at liking videos, leaving comments on other people's videos, and things like that. I really think that helps small content creators get noticed by other small content creators, whether they're just doing it as a hobby or they're trying to do something bigger. And just the amount of videos out there is amazing, but actually finding the content or the content you're interested in without getting buried under yeah there was a discussion I had with Gemini, this Google search engine, and they were basically like, YouTube is not offering a search engine anymore. It's offering a different kind of engine. It's not searching. It's just sort of it's just feeding you what everyone else is interested in. It's not the search function isn't actually doing much for searching, and which is kind of a shame, because there's probably a lot of content out there I'd really enjoy if I could actually find it. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna put together some notes in my head, or write down some notes, not a script, and maybe I'll talk about that some more, because it's kind of been on my mind lately. So Anyway, my name is Ron. This is my PlayStation 5 survival Let's Play series, Forever World. And I am having fun. I'm changing some things, but I'm going to keep doing this because this keeps me out of the 2-week cycle. And that was the key point to doing all this. And I'm having fun with it. I really am. And I hope everyone out there is playing Minecraft for fun and not just I mean, we can grind the game, but play it for fun. Have fun with it. It's a game. You should be enjoying yourself. If you're not enjoying yourself, change something. It's a very basic kind of thing. So thank you, and I'll be back when I'm back. Goodbye.